So I'm talk about now the study we published recently in Science about anxiety-like behavior in crayfish controlled by serotonin. So in this study we study the behavioral consequences of stress in an invertebrate, and mainly the exploratory behavior consequences of stress in crayfish. So we first developed a maze to measure the exploratory behavior of crayfish, and similar to what is done in rodents, for example, we develop a plus maze, a plus-shaped maze, divided in two different parts, with two arms illuminated and two dark arms. And in order to put the crayfish facing a choice between entering or not potentially aversive arm. So when we put crayfish in this maze, crayfish and stress crayfish or isolated crayfish gonna spontaneously explore the entire maze with a slight preference for dark arms. And so we know that crayfish are animals living in more dark area than illuminated, but we know that they are able also to reach a light area to, for example, go to another tank or another swamp, for example. And after we decided to artificially develop a stress in crayfish by means of electrical stimulation. And when we generate an electric field in a specific tank, we are able to generate an aversive reaction of the crayfish by means of tail flip. And if we repeat this stressful situation, we are able to elicit the stress response, physiological stress response of the crayfish, and leading to an increase in glucose level in hemolympha. And after we put the stress crayfish in our maze, and we show that the crayfish behavior was completely changed, and they never explore the light area. They restrict their exploratory behavior only to dark arms. So it means that crayfish is able to adapt its behavior due to past experiences, and in this example, past stressful experiences. The next step was to study the molecular pathway of this behavior, and we show that this behavior is triggered by serotonin and is completely abolished by GABA modulators such as benzodiazepine. So this work has an important result of this work is that we are able to generate some kind of apprehension state in crayfish, which are completely related to some anxiety, acute anxiety behavior in rodents, and that this behavior is supported by the same molecular pathway, I mean serotonin and GABA. And this give us a new model for the study of stress and anxiety, and also revealed that emotional states that were considered to be restricted to mammals are also present in invertebrates. So I would like to finish by thanks the member of the team who participate to the work, and mainly Daniel Cartert and Jean-Paul Delbecq, but also Julien Baquet-Cazenave and Philippe de Deverder. And thank you very much for your attention.